Listen to me today, this is not the time to lose your head. I know it feels like the walls are closing in and the weight of the world is pressing on your shoulders, but hear me loud and clear, your breakthrough is closer than you think. The storms may be raging, but you have a power inside you that is far greater than the challenges you are facing. You see, life has a way of testing us. It brings challenges, it brings setbacks, it brings moments where everything feels like it's falling apart. But in those very moments, your resilience must rise to the surface. This is the moment where you dig deep, where you press in, and where you refuse to let the storm dictate your future. You probably lose your head now about life is full of challenges. And sometimes it feels like these challenges are all coming at us at once. You wake up in the morning and before you even step out of bed, there's a sense that something is off, that something is wrong. The weight of the world seems to rest on your shoulders. Each new problem adds another pound to that weight. But here's the thing, challenges are not just a part of life, they are a part of our growth, and without them, we would never truly experience the depth of our strength or the true potential of what we can achieve. The key is how we respond when life knocks us down. It is not the difficulties we face, but our ability to rise above them that truly defines us. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's the ability to keep going even when the road gets tough. It's not about avoiding obstacles, it's about being able to face them head on and push through to the other side. We've all faced moments where we felt like giving up. The pressure, the stress, the fear, it all feels overwhelming, and there's a natural instinct to want to retreat, to run away from the problem, or to shut down and just stop. But in those very moments, resilience becomes our greatest ally. It's not about pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging the difficulty, understanding that it's there for a reason, and finding the strength to press on. Resilience doesn't mean that you won't struggle. It doesn't mean that you won't experience moments of doubt or feel like everything is falling apart. Resilience is not about being immune to the emotional and mental toll that life's trials can take on us. It's about the ability to stand back up, to get up more time than you fall. The key is not to let your challenges define you. You define you. When the storm is raging, when the world is crashing down around you, when you feel like you can't take another step, this is the moment that matters. This is when you dig deep. This is when you remind yourself that you are stronger than the struggles you face, that you have faced difficulties before and overcome them, and that this moment will be no different. In fact, some of the hardest moments of your life will be the moments that shape you the most. They will refine your character, sharpen your focus, and strengthen your resolve. Challenges don't just test us, they prepare us. Every obstacle you face, every setback, every disappointment is building something inside of you. It's forging a strength that you didn't know you had. It's developing a resilience that will carry you through future struggles. The struggles you face today are the very things that will equip you for the success and greatness you will achieve tomorrow. You see, resilience isn't born from ease, it's born from adversity. It's forged in the fire of hardship, tempered by the trials we overcome, and strengthened by the lessons we learn along the way. Think about it, the greatest achievements, the most remarkable successes often come on the other side of struggle. Behind every victory, behind every success story, there is a story of resilience of someone who refused to give up even when everything seemed impossible. If you look closely at the lives of those who have achieved greatness, you'll see that their path was never smooth. They faced rejection, they encountered failure, they struggled just like you. But they didn't let those struggles define them. Instead, they used those moments to push harder, to keep going, to move forward in the face of adversity. Their resilience became the foundation for their success. So if you're facing a tough time right now, I want you to understand that it's not the end. It's just another moment in your journey. It's a part of your story, and this chapter will not define the entire book. No matter how heavy the weight is, no matter how dark the clouds may seem, you have the power within you to overcome. Your strength, your resilience is greater than any challenge you face. Embrace the struggle, stand firm, and press forward because your breakthrough is on the other side of this. Keep going, keep pushing, and don't let anything stop you. The world may be difficult, but you are resilient, and that is what will carry you through. In times of difficulty, when the pressure mounts and the weight of the world feels unbearable, emotions can take control. In those moments, it feels almost impossible to think clearly, let alone act rationally. The temptation to react out of anger, fear, frustration, or anxiety can overwhelm us. But here's the truth, those emotional reactions are not helpful, and they often lead us astray. Emotional control is essential not just in handling crises, but in ensuring that we make decisions that align with our purpose, our goals, and our values. In the heat of the moment, it's crucial to remember that how we respond will shape the outcome of the situation. It's natural to feel angry or upset when things aren't going the way we expect or when we encounter an obstacle. Emotions are part of the human experience and they can be powerful forces, but emotions, when left unchecked, can cloud our judgment and create more problems than they solve. Have you ever acted impulsively in a moment of anger or frustration only to regret your actions later? We've all been there. That is the danger of losing emotional control. In moments of intense pressure, emotions can rise like a tidal wave, and if we don't take a step back to regain our composure, we risk allowing them to dictate our actions in ways we'll later regret. The real power comes from choosing how we respond to our emotions rather than being ruled by them. We all have a choice. You might not be able to control the situation that's causing you stress, but you can control your reaction to it. You can choose to pause, to breathe, to take a step back before making any decisions. You can choose to acknowledge your emotions without letting them make the decisions for you. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing what you're feeling. It means giving yourself the space to process those emotions in a healthy way. When you take the time to breathe, when you take a moment to reflect, you are creating space between the trigger and the reaction. That space allows you to regain control over how you respond. In difficult situations, emotional control also means being able to choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, and wisdom over rash decisions. It means not letting the chaos around you pull you into a spiral of anxiety and stress. Instead of panicking when things go wrong, you can choose to ground yourself to stay focused and to find solutions rather than dwelling on problems. In those moments when everything seems out of control, it's important to be the calm in the storm. The ability to keep your emotions in check can often be the difference between success and failure, between creating opportunities or missing them. Another aspect of emotional control is knowing when to step away from a situation that is escalating. Sometimes when emotions run high, the best thing you can do is to give yourself time and space before making a decision or responding to someone. You don't have to engage in every argument, you don't have to react to every negative comment, and you don't have to allow every situation to pull you in. This is particularly important when dealing with conflict. The way you respond to conflict can either escalate it or diffuse it. When you allow your emotions to take over, you risk making the situation worse. But when you take control of your emotions, you can navigate even the most difficult conversations with grace and clarity. It's also important to recognize that emotional control doesn't mean bottling up your feelings or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. True emotional control is about being honest with yourself about what you're feeling while still choosing to respond in a way that reflects your highest values and goals. It's about acknowledging that you have emotions and that they are valid, but refusing to let them control you or dictate your actions. By embracing your feelings in a balanced way, you allow yourself the freedom to experience them without becoming overwhelmed by them. In the midst of chaos, when everything seems uncertain, emotional control is a powerful tool. It allows you to stay grounded and make decisions that move you forward, not backward. It allows you to stay focused on your goals, no matter how many distractions are vying for your attention. And it allows you to approach challenges with a calmness and clarity that others may not have. The true strength of emotional control lies in your ability to remain steady when the world around you is anything but. When you choose emotional control, you choose power. You choose to be the one who directs your course rather than letting the storm decide for you. When life feels chaotic and the storms of challenges seem relentless, it's easy to lose sight of your purpose. The noise of the world can become overwhelming and distractions pull you in every direction. During these times, it's crucial to refocus on your purpose. It's easy to forget why you started when everything around you feels uncertain. The goals that once seemed clear may start to feel distant and doubts may creep in. But here's the truth: the foundation of your success and fulfillment is built on a clear understanding of your purpose. When you lose sight of that purpose, you lose your way, but when you stay connected to it, you can face any storm with confidence and strength. Purpose gives you direction, especially when the road ahead seems unclear. It acts like a compass that helps you navigate through the challenges, uncertainties, and distractions of life. Without purpose, it's easy to feel lost or to drift aimlessly. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when the waves of doubt and fear threaten to overwhelm you. The importance of reconnecting with your purpose during difficult times cannot be overstated. When everything seems to be falling apart, your purpose can be the one thing that remains solid and unwavering, the one thing that helps you push through when everything else seems impossible. You might be facing circumstances that seem to derail your plans, but those circumstances don't define your purpose. Challenges are often temporary, but your purpose is eternal. When you feel yourself getting distracted, overwhelmed, or discouraged, take a moment to remind yourself why you're doing this in the first place. Revisit the vision you had for your life. Reflect on the dreams that motivated you to start this journey. Is it your family you're working hard for? Your desire to make a difference in the world? The goals you set for yourself or the impact you want to leave behind? No matter what it is, reconnecting with that reason, that driving force, will give you the strength to continue. Life's distractions can be powerful and it can feel like there's always something else demanding your attention. But when you lose focus on your purpose, you risk losing everything you've worked for. Every step you take without purpose leads you further away from your goals. The distractions may be real, whether it's stress, unexpected events, or the opinions of others, but your purpose must remain the focal point. It's so easy to get caught up in the noise of the world, to listen to the doubts that others try to place in your mind, or to get distracted by the problems at hand. But remember, you are not defined by the circumstances of today. You are defined by the purpose you carry within you, and no matter how loud the distractions get, your purpose is louder if you choose to listen. When you feel lost or uncertain, try to reconnect with that deep sense of purpose. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What are you working toward? What legacy do you want to leave? Reconnecting with your purpose is not just about finding motivation, it's about finding clarity. Purpose removes confusion. It helps you understand that every struggle you face is not in vain, but part of the process of achieving something bigger than you could have imagined. Purpose gives meaning to every step you take. It tells you that the pain you're experiencing is temporary, but the impact of your efforts will last. It's easy to become disheartened when it feels like nothing is going according to plan. But here's the secret: plans can change and life can surprise you in ways you never expected. But if you are grounded in your purpose, those changes won't throw you off course. Instead, there'll be opportunities for growth, for learning, and for refinement. Purpose helps you stay flexible and adaptable. It helps you see beyond the temporary setbacks and understand that the journey is as important as the destination. Sometimes the detours are the very things that prepare you for the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Even in the hardest times, your purpose will be the reason you get back up. When the world tries to knock you down, your purpose will be the strength that carries you through. When everything seems uncertain, your purpose will give you clarity. Your purpose is the fire that will keep you going even when the road seems too long, the struggle too difficult. So don't lose sight of it. Hold on to it with everything you've got. Reconnect with your purpose daily. Remind yourself why you started and let that purpose drive you forward, no matter what obstacles you face. Your purpose is your strength, and it is more powerful than anything that tries to stand in your way. In life, we often encounter storms, metaphorical and real, that shake us to our core. These storms test our endurance, our patience, and our ability to keep moving forward when everything around us seems to be falling apart. But here's something important to understand. It's in the midst of these storms that we discover the depth of our strength. It's easy to think that hardship only weakens us, but adversity has a way of refining us. It has the power to mold us into stronger, more resilient individuals if we allow it. The greater the storm, the greater the opportunity for growth. The challenges that seem impossible are often the very things that shape us into who we're meant to be. When you face adversity, it can feel overwhelming. It can seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and every step you take is a struggle. It's natural to feel like giving up, to want to retreat into the comfort of what you know. But let me tell you something, this is precisely the moment when your strength is being forged. The pain, the struggles, the obstacles, they are not there to defeat you. They are there to teach you, to refine you, and to make you stronger than you ever thought possible. Just like gold is purified through fire, you are being shaped and strengthened through your struggles. The challenges you face today will serve as the foundation for your success tomorrow. What does this mean for you? It means that no matter how hard things get, you are never truly defeated as long as you choose to keep moving forward. The struggle is part of the process, not the end. The discomfort you feel in times of hardship is temporary, but the strength you gain from overcoming those challenges will last a lifetime. Think about the most difficult moments in your life. The times when you felt like you couldn't go on, the times when the weight of everything was just too much, and yet you're still here. You didn't give up. You found a way through. You discovered a resilience within yourself that you didn't know was there. That is the power of adversity. It doesn't destroy you, it builds you. Every trial you face brings with it a lesson. And it's in the hardest moments when you feel most uncertain that those lessons are often the most valuable. Adversity doesn't just teach us about the world around us, it teaches us about ourselves. It forces us to confront our limitations, to challenge our beliefs, and to discover what we are truly capable of. It's easy to coast along when things are going well, but when life throws a curveball, you are forced to dig deeper, to stretch further, and to grow in ways you didn't expect. You discover strengths you never knew existed, and you develop skills and attributes that will serve you well long after the storm has passed. It's important to remember that growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pushing through the challenges, from persevering in the face of adversity. When things are easy, there's no need to stretch, no need to push your limits. But when the storm hits, you are forced to rise to the occasion, to find new ways of thinking, new ways of acting, and new ways of solving problems. It's in these moments of difficulty that you are forced to become a stronger version of yourself. And with each obstacle you overcome, you build a foundation of strength that prepares you for whatever lies ahead. But that's not all. The strength gained in adversity isn't just personal, it has the potential to impact those around you. When you face challenges head on and refuse to give up, you become a living example of resilience and strength to others. Your perseverance becomes a beacon of hope for those who are struggling, showing them that it is possible to keep going even when the path is tough. Your story becomes a testament to the fact that strength isn't about never falling, it's about rising every time you do. So in the midst of your current storm, remember this: the greater the adversity, the greater the potential for growth. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Embrace the struggle, face it head on, and use it to build the strength that will carry you through whatever challenges may come. You are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by your ability to rise above them, to press forward, and to continue moving toward the future you are destined to create. The storm may rage, but you will emerge from it stronger than ever before. Fear has a way of creeping into our lives when we least expect it. It can come in many forms: fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, or fear of the challenges ahead. And when fear takes hold, it often paralyzes us, preventing us from moving forward or taking action. It clouds our judgment and distorts our perception, making us believe that the obstacles before us are insurmountable. But here's the truth: fear is not a barrier, it's an invitation. It is a sign that you are on the verge of growth, that you are stepping into something new, something greater than what you've experienced so far. The key is not to let fear control you, but to use it as fuel to propel you forward. The first thing to understand about fear is that it is normal. Everyone experiences fear at some point in their lives. It's a natural response to the unknown, to stepping outside of our comfort zones, or to facing something that seems bigger than us. But just because fear is normal doesn't mean we have to let it dominate our lives. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to how they handle fear. Some people let it hold them back, while others use it as motivation to push through. It's all about how you respond when fear shows up at your door. What if, instead of running from fear, you leaned into it? What if you saw fear as a sign that you were about to do something important? Fear isn't the enemy. In fact, it can be one of your greatest allies if you allow it to be. It shows you where the growth is. It reveals the areas where you need to stretch and challenge yourself. The things that scare you the most are often the things that will bring you the most growth. The moment you feel that fear, recognize it as an opportunity to break through, to do something that will push you to become a better version of yourself. Fear is simply your mind's way of warning you that you're about to do something bold, something that takes courage. And courage, my friend, is what turns fear into fuel. Fear often comes in the form of uncertainty. When you're faced with an unknown future, when the path ahead is unclear, it's easy to become overwhelmed by what could go wrong. But the truth is, you don't need to know every step of the journey before you begin. You don't need to have it all figured out. All you need is the courage to take the first step. The future is unpredictable, and that can be scary, but it's also where the possibilities lie. If you wait for certainty to show up before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. Instead, take the step anyway. Let fear fuel your determination, not your hesitation. The unknown doesn't have to be something to fear, it can be something to embrace. Fear is also a thief. It robs you of your potential, convincing you that you're not capable, that you're not worthy of success, or that you'll never be able to overcome the obstacles ahead. But the truth is, fear only has the power you give it. When you allow it to dictate your actions, it holds you back from achieving your goals. But when you refuse to let fear control you, you take away its power. The most successful people are not the ones who never experience fear, they're the ones who don't let it stop them. They feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then do it anyway. Every time they step forward in the face of fear, they weaken its hold on them. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear is to shift your mindset. Instead of viewing fear as something to be avoided, start seeing it as a signal to move forward. Every time you feel fear, remind yourself that it's not a sign to stop, it's a sign to grow, to push yourself beyond your limits, and to reach for something greater. Fear doesn't have to control you. You are the one in control. When you take ownership of your response to fear, you take ownership of your future. So the next time fear shows up, don't shrink back. Don't let it paralyze you. Recognize it for what it is, a sign that you are on the edge of something great. Embrace it, use it, and let it propel you towards your dreams. Fear doesn't stand a chance when you face it with courage. It may try to stop you, but it will only make you stronger. Your breakthrough is on the other side of that fear, and the only way to reach it is to move through it. Fear will never go away completely, but you can learn to live alongside it, to thrive in spite of it, and to achieve your greatest potential because of it. Fear does not define you. You define you, and you are capable of far more than you can imagine. When you find yourself in a difficult or uncertain situation, it's easy to feel like giving up is the best option. The road ahead can look too tough, the challenge is too great, and the obstacles too overwhelming. In these moments, it's crucial to understand that perseverance is one of the most powerful tools you have. It is the one trait that separates those who ultimately succeed from those who fall short. Life has a way of testing us, and it can seem like everything is against you at times. But the key to overcoming these challenges is not to give up when things get hard. It's to keep going, to push through even when you can't see the end of the road, and to trust that perseverance will always bring you closer to your goals. Perseverance is about more than just enduring difficult circumstances. It's about continuing to move forward despite them. When things get tough, it's easy to get stuck in the present moment of struggle, to get consumed by everything that's going wrong. But perseverance teaches us that the struggle is not the end of the story, it's simply part of the journey. It teaches us that the way forward is often through the difficulty, not around it. The most successful people in life are not the ones who never face challenges, but the ones who keep moving forward despite them. They face the storms head on, knowing that they will emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. There will always be moments when it feels like you're not making progress, when the progress you're working so hard for seems too slow, or when it feels like you're putting in so much effort for little return. These are the moments when it can be hardest to keep going, when the temptation to quit feels overwhelming. But it's in these moments when you feel like you can't go on that your perseverance is most important. Because the truth is, growth doesn't happen overnight. Success doesn't come all at once. It's built through a series of small, consistent efforts that accumulate over time. And when you persevere, even when you don't see immediate results, you are laying the foundation for the breakthrough that will eventually come. When we persevere, we are also learning patience. We are learning that sometimes things take longer than we expect. That progress is not always linear, and that the timeline we set for ourselves may not always align with reality. But just because the results aren't immediate doesn't mean they won't come. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is progress. Perseverance teaches us that the journey is just as important as the destination. The process of continuing despite the challenges is what builds our character, our resilience, and our strength. It's what prepares us for the success that's waiting on the other side. The temptation to give up is greatest right before a breakthrough. Often, when we feel like we're at the point of giving up, we're actually closer to the success we've been striving for than we realize. Perseverance helps us to keep going when we can't see the end in sight. It reminds us that we are not defined by our failures or our setbacks, but by our ability to keep moving forward. In those moments when you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, remind yourself that every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth. Every struggle is shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Don't let the pain or difficulty of the moment convince you that you're not making progress. The fact that you are still going means you are. Perseverance also requires a deep belief in your purpose and the goals you set for yourself. When the going gets tough, it's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. But reconnecting with your purpose, your why, gives you the motivation to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Your purpose is the fuel that will keep the fire burning when the world around you tries to put it out. When you know why you're fighting, when you understand the reason behind your actions, you will find the strength to keep going, even when the path is unclear and the obstacles seem insurmountable. One of the greatest gifts that perseverance brings is the realization that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Every time you push through a difficult moment, you unlock a new level of strength within yourself. Perseverance reveals the depth of your potential and the power you have to overcome any challenge that comes in your way. It shows you that you are stronger than your doubts, that your resilience is greater than your fear, and that you are more than capable of achieving the goals you set for yourself. So no matter how difficult things may seem right now, remember that perseverance is the key to your success. Keep going. Keep fighting. Even when the road is long and the path is unclear, trust that your efforts are building towards something great. Keep your eyes on your purpose, stay committed to your goals, and understand that with perseverance, there is no obstacle too great to overcome. The breakthrough is coming. The success is ahead of you. The only thing left to do is keep moving forward, one step at a time. As we come to the end of this journey together, remember that this is not the time to lose your head. Life will always throw challenges, obstacles, and even storms your way. But in every storm, there is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to rise stronger than before. Stay grounded in your purpose. Let it guide you when the path is uncertain and fuel your steps forward when doubt creeps in. Understand that adversity isn't there to defeat you, it's there to reveal your strength and to shape you into the person you are meant to become. Fear is only a signal that greatness lies just beyond your comfort zone, so lean into it, push through it, and use it as fuel. Perseverance, your commitment to keep going when things get hard, is what separates those who reach their potential from those who settle. It's easy to give up, but it's powerful to keep pushing. Keep your mind focused, keep your heart grounded, and remember that every step you take brings you closer to your breakthrough. This is not the time to lose your head, but the time to stand firm in faith, courage, and resilience. The journey may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Hold on, stay steady, and remember that you are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. This is not the time for second-guessing doubt or shrinking back. When the road gets tough, when the pressure rises, or when everything seems to be falling apart, there is one thing that will set you apart: your refusal to make excuses. Excuses are easy, they're comfortable, they're safe. They give us an out, a reason to step away from the hard work and avoid the discomfort of growth. But you are not here to settle for comfort. You are here to rise above, to face every obstacle head on, and to keep moving forward. Every time you're tempted to make an excuse, remind yourself of the power you hold to shape your destiny. Remind yourself of the commitment you made to your goals, to your dreams, and to the vision you have for your life. Excuses don't serve that vision, they hold you back. Excuses are the voices of fear and doubt trying to keep you in the same place. But you don't have time for excuses. You don't have time for settling. You have places to go, people to impact, and greatness to achieve. When challenges arise, let them bring out the best in you. Push harder, dig deeper, and show up even when it's difficult. Remind yourself that progress is made by those who press forward, not by those who explain away their setbacks. No excuse will bring you closer to your goals, but your commitment, your resilience, and your determination will. Stay focused, stay driven, and refuse to let anything stand in your way, not doubt, not fear, and certainly not excuses. This is your time to rise, to conquer, and to prove that nothing will stop you from achieving the life you are destined to create.
Welcome to our my channel. Please subscribe. So look at me right here, right now. You are holding on the spawn person who walked away. A job that did not sleep it thought you finger, and you're staying there. It might you can turn off. It might tell you something, but listen close. They are not holding. There be already noticed those memories, and every is a second you are stealing. I grew up work to have three jobs, 20 but friends who did not. But you now, life is not about what about. It's about what you do. Where break it down for it. If that person went to someone else, there another opportunity, another train contact station to catch.